Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this one I have a question for you, which is, are you guilty of constantly breaking your own heart by expecting you from other people? Oh my god, I really wish that I'd seen a video like this 10 years or 15 years ago, because it would have changed my life tremendously. Okay, like, I mean, we all heard of, you know, negative projection, which is when people project their own fears and limitation onto you, but I feel like a lot of people are not hip to game when it comes to positive projection. Okay, now other people are not us. Now I know someone is watching feeling, duh, of course other people are not us, but it's not that simple. I feel like a lot of us know this consciously, but subconsciously we haven't really registered this. Okay, so a lot of us who are empath, and I hate the term empath, but you know, the givers of the world, it's really important, you know, for us to set limits, because the takers rarely ever, if not never, do. So if you are the type of person who, when you go to Sarah, when you go to Mango, you see something cute, but you know, it's not your style, it won't look good on you, so you're like, okay, let me get this for my friend XYZ, and you just get it for them. Or it doesn't have to be a big thing, you guys, you know, perhaps you go to the post office and you see a cute card and you get it for them, and you are constantly, you know, giving to people and you never ever get anything in return. And if that hurts you, if you constantly cry about that, or ask yourself, why is it that I never get anything in return? First of all, you need to assess why it is you're giving, because sometimes we are giving from a place of manipulation. We give from a place of people pleasing. We give because we want to be liked. We give because we want to be loved. Okay, and that doesn't work. You can't buy people affection. Either people like you or they don't. Now if you just find that, you know, you give because you want reciprocity, right? I think that this applied to me in my late 20s. When I was 26, 27, I had quite a lot of friends at the time here in Germany, and I would do this thing where every time they were sick, I would send them a bowl of soup, right? I mean, at first I would bring the bowl of soup. This was 08, 09, right? When I first moved to Germany, back when you didn't have Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff like that. But then came, you know, when I turned 26, 27, which I believe was around 2015, 2016, we had this thing in Germany called Lieferando. It is the equivalent of a DoorDash in America today, and I would send them a bowl of soup, right? But I noticed that every time that my friend was sick, I would send them a bowl of soup, but when I was sick, all they said is get well soon, right? You know, they were like, girl, get better soon so that we can go out and eat something. And I was like, this is crazy, you know, when you're sick, you know, I care a little more than this. And you know, I had to have a hard talk with myself. Now a lot of us don't like this, but I talk a lot about introspection and self-awareness, you know, and I ask myself, I talk to myself, you know, I would actually like reciprocity in this regard, but I can't blame these people because I never voiced that. Now, as stupid as it may sound to, you know, the givers of the world, I understand that we think, you know, it should be without saying, it should go without saying that when we send a bowl of soup to a sick friend, that they would do the same for us. But like I said, other people are not you. So next time that you're trying to send a bowl of soup to a sick friend, you know, if they say, thanks girl, you know, I'll give you back the $12, $13 when we meet, when I feel better, instead of saying, no girl, it's okay, you can keep it, you know, I mean, if you mean that, then say that and mean it, and understand that, you know, the day you're not well, the day you're ill, they may just say, you know, get well soon. But if you want reciprocity, make sure you voice that. Okay, tell them, you know what, girl, you don't need to give me the $12, $13, but, you know, when I'm sick, perhaps you can, you know, send me a bowl of soup as well. And again, I know that in an ideal world, in an ideal society, we shouldn't have to say this, but I think that, you know, we don't live in an ideal world. I think we all know that life ain't fair. So just voice whatever it is you need, you know, tell your friend, I'm gonna do this for you, and you know, perhaps we can have each other's back. Perhaps we can be in a friendship where, you know, when I am in need, you can do the same, and then they can tell you, yes girl, you know, I'm down to do that, or they can tell you they're not down to do that, and then you know what time it is. If you still feel it, you know, from the kindness of your heart to still send a bowl of soup, you know, keep doing that. And if you don't, don't. But make sure that you have clear communication with other people. Now, I say this all the time, you guys, a video cannot cover all the possible scenarios in the world, so don't get caught up in the semantics. This applies even if you're the person with a car who is constantly driving your friend somewhere. Let's say that they don't have a driving license and they never ever give you, you know, not even as little as $2 to cover the gas. If that bothers you, if that bugs you, tell them, you know, I would like for you, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I can drive you for free, but sometimes I would like for you, you know, to cover the gas money for the places that you ask me to drive you to. And if you can't do that, then I'm afraid, you know, going forward in the future, I will not be able to drive you anywhere. Okay, we need to get in the habit of having clear communication with people. I also want to say before closing this video that this applies to opinion as well, you guys. Other people are not you. You know, I come to the realization most people don't understand the purpose of the conversation. Most people don't know how to have a conversation. Too many people are offended by other people's opinion. Understand when having a conversation with somebody that the goal isn't to recruit, the goal isn't to convince them that you are right and they are wrong, and that going forward they have to think like you. Understand you are talking to a different human being, someone who had different parents, different upbringings, they've been through different set of trauma and hardships. You know, they are not you. So why do you expect someone who is not you? If you genuinely understand that other people are not you and are in acceptance of this fact, why do you await for these people to think exactly like you? It doesn't make any sense, right? Someone who ain't you is not going to think exactly like you. That's just not possible. I mean, sometimes even we have siblings. I know I have a sister, we grew up in the same house, okay, like we had the same parents. I mean, you know, parents are different sometimes with one child to another, but more or less we had the same parents. We experienced the same, you know, divorce of our parents and the same things, and still my sister and I, we couldn't be more different from each other. You know, like there are so many subjects where when I'm to have a conversation with her, I'm just flabbergasted at how differently it is she sees the issue. And that's not right or wrong, it's just how it is. So stop being so easily offended by other people's opinion. Next time that you're having a conversation with somebody and they're in a disagreement with you, or you know, they state an opinion that you deem as crazy and you found so far from what you know you think, bring empathy in first. You know, ask yourself, okay, you know, what it is that, you know, could have happened to this person in life that could make them think so differently from me. You know, if you feel they would be open to answer, ask them, you know, why it is you feel like this about this subject. This is really, you know, different from, you know, anything I would think about, right? And be genuinely interested into, you know, getting a new perspective and, you know, learning things and viewing things from a new angle. That's mad interesting, at least for me. You know, we need to get out of this, you know, always wanting to convince other people to think like us and see like us and do like us and believe that we know what's right for them. That's not right. You know, other people have the right to live, they have the right to exist, they are different from us, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with them having, you know, a difference in opinions, with us having a diverging opinion with them. That's okay. We can listen to them, you know, see, okay, perhaps I never thought of it that way, this is interesting, and then say, all right, you know, you take care, bye, and that's it. Okay, so understand and accept other people are not you. When you do this, your life is going to improve tremendously. What it is stopping expecting from them, you know, what it is you would do or what it is you would give in a situation, or, you know, just while talking to them, just while having a conversation with them, coming into the acceptance that they are a different person with a different background, different upbringings, you know, different set of trauma, and because of that they are not going to view the world as you do, and there is nothing wrong with that. That's the beauty of the world, is diversity. So let's, you know, get an acceptance of other people as they are, and not, you know, expect them to do what we would do when a situation arises. There's a certain way that, you know, you would handle it, and your friend or cousin or whoever they are is not handling the situation the way you would. You know, don't believe you have the monopoly of the truth. This is a big one. You know, a lot of people are like, I would do this is what I would do, this is what I would do. Yeah, okay, but you know, whoever is going through whatever they're going through or doing whatever they're doing, it's not you. Okay, it's not because that is what you would do that is what they have to do. You believe that is right, but that doesn't mean that is right. And even if it is, if they don't want to do that, that's their prerogative. Even if you deem that somebody is making a mistake, guess what? That's their life, okay? Like, it's their journey. They have to learn, you know, that's their mistake to make. You know, you're not going to be the one that have to fix it unless you want to. So let them be, let them do whatever they want to do. You know, I guess this video is more about, you know, us being more open to other people and being in acceptance that they are different than us, and, you know, accepting them for who they are and not for who and what we wish they were. I believe that if we all try to work toward that, you know, direction, the world would be a much better place. Whether it's, you know, social media, if someone is a piece of content that you disagree with, someone is stating an opinion that you view as false, you know, or a falsehood, that's okay. You know, I mean, if you want to engage in the comment section, sure, do so respectfully, but, you know, don't believe you have the monopoly of the truth, and also understand they are entitled to having their own opinion, and, you know, that has nothing to do with you. It doesn't take anything away from your opinion. Your life is about you, and their life is about them, and other people are not you. Now I understand that this video was a ramble and all over the place, and for that I apologize. If you still enjoy it regardless and was able to get something out of it, then do not forget to give it a thumbs up in the comment section down below. Let me know, you know, have you been guilty of breaking your own heart by expecting you from other people? And I will talk to you guys soon, and very soon. Bye guys.